The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Bert's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Ooh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
Hello, 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 hello. I am so excited to be here with Miss Kathy, Miss Gossip, Miss Rumor, Miss Innuendo.
Hello, true crime friends. Oh my God. I love that song. I'm like, hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. I love it.
It makes me do my little puppy dance. That's how my dogs dance when they play. They're like doing that. How have you been? We were just talking before this. I was like, we haven't even talked about this together live. So I was like,
I know.
where do we even start? Right?
Oh my God. So much has happened. So much is going on. I've been living on the edge of my seat and I've been watching between Recovery Addict and Emily D. Baker. I just love a good EDB meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
There have been so many meltdowns this trial and so many like gasp, I can't even talk, pearl clutching moments. Wait, look, somebody sent me clutching pearls and I would be lost without them because I'm just like, what? Like, oh my God. This trial has been amazing. I'm a little sad that it's ending.
It has everything.
It has everything. Everything. The weeping lover, the boyfriend, the boo thing.
Little Miss Lima Bean.
Yes. You're the pea in my pod. Kouri, who can barely speak English but wants to write books, girl. And she was born and raised in this country. I'm like, okay, ESL, I see you. I see you might want to take a lesson on punctuation or something. She said in one of her messages, the plural of children, the plural of child, she wrote childs. Trying to get the plural of children. Ma'am, clearly public school. No, she's a public school. I went to public school too, but like, girl, don't embarrass us. Don't embarrass us. It's bad.
It is so, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's what's so funny. Like, especially when they got into the whole book thing where it was like, she paid somebody to write the book and she's like, I'm going to write this big book. And it's like, girl, we've seen how you text. Hear how you talk to people. Her boyfriend spoke, he was way more with it and had way more emotional intelligence, literary skills, all of that. I was just like, oh my gosh, it was crazy.
It's unbelievable to me. And here's the thing that's driving me crazy. Obviously, I don't live in Idaho, Utah? Idaho, wherever this trial takes place. Obviously, I can't pronounce it. I don't know where they live. I think I've never been to Utah. That's one of those big square states out west. I ain't leave nothing there. I don't have a reason to go. But I think there is a big cultural piece to this trial that me as a Jersey girl is probably missing, right? They were so precious around like gummies. Oh, he had THC gummies. And I'm like, Don't they sell those at Target? Like, what are y'all talking about?
I know.
Why is everybody freaking out over THC gummies? Somebody told me that out there they're illegal. And I was like,
Now, okay, let me ask you this. Is there a difference between CBD? Is there such a thing between CBD gummies and THC gummies, or is it all the same thing?
no, THC is the active ingredient in weed. CBD has like the fun part basically taken out. Um, so CBD gives you just like the relaxation part of it, and it's also good for pain relief. From what I understand, I'm sober for 30 years. I don't partake in any of it, but it's so common that I know about it. I'm like, well, are they getting the sativa or the indica? Like,
Yeah.
you can literally buy it on the corner here. I mean, not from just like dudes, shady Mama Lukes with it in their pockets, but in New York City, there's a hot dog cart that sells weed. You could go to like the upscale dispensary, the down market dispensary. They have those like what are those things called? A camper? Like camp, like where people camp in. New Yorkers are not camping. You take a camper and you wrap it in like weed advertisement and you just walk right up to the window and you get your lollipops, you get your rollies, you get your gummies, you can get some chips, some popcorn, you get weed, everything. And I was like, why are they freaking out about THC gummies? I couldn't make it make sense till somebody told me it was illegal. I was like, oh.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if CBD is legal there.
Probably not. I wonder if Diet Coke is legal there.
I mean, yeah, that part's been absolutely wild. And then, okay, let me ask you this part. When let's go to the boyfriend part or whatever. Okay, so when they were like reading the text, all that type of stuff, this was my vibe on it. I was like, I think she was totally using him, like completely like working him over. How
100%.
much of his attraction was like, you know what? Maybe he considered her out of his league. There was like that whole, like, this is naughty. Also, like, hey, I've got a truck, I've got a place to live, like almost like the whole thing going on. But I also think he authentically caught feelings in it too. Whether all that stuff was caught up in it, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What's your take on that?
I think she was absolutely using him, but listen, I don't know if you saw it before it got taken down. My little curtain twitchers, honey, send me links to every single thing. His brother, his half brother, did a series of interviews, and then after he took the stand, so good, they got taken down.
Why'd they get taken down?
The brother was very hesitant. He kept saying, I shouldn't be talking to you. I don't know if I should be talking to you, and then he would just run his mouth. I was like, oh, let me lean in. Please tell me every single thing. So he was very, very not nice about his brother. And he portrayed him like a slick, slimy user. He was saying that Kouri had met his match, that he had met his match when he met Kouri, that this dude was a narcotics enthusiast. He was mean to women. He was a womanizer. He left his child and the child's mother in the dirt and moved over to Utah to be close to Kouri and all of this stuff, right? All this mean stuff about the brother. And then the brother took the stand and was wildly sympathetic. And so shortly after that, those videos disappeared. And I was like, oh, I want to interview the lady who got the videos, but I can't even find her channel now. I've been reaching out. Dear chat, if anybody saw those original videos of the brother, and you know whose channel that was, because I'd seen the channel before, but it was a smaller channel.
Moms for Justice.
It's what? Oh, Moms for Justice. Make a note.
Girl. Make that note.
Moms for Justice. Okay, look, chat never disappoints. Never disappoints. Yeah, Boothang's brother had a lot to say, and now he's saying less. But Moms for Justice, look, she out here trying to get people on her YouTube channel just like the rest of us. I'll be like, hey, girl, hey, you want to come and gossip? Let's gossip.
I found some information on the boyfriend where it was like, and this, I think that he was limited to what he could talk about, like on the stand or
For
whatever.
sure. For
And
sure.
because it was like, okay, he was apparently living in a condo, something that she provided him. Allegedly, he got off the hook on drugs. She kicked him out. And there's like a whole thing of evicting him and all this type stuff. And so,
Really?
because they
This
didn't
I did
talk
not
about,
know.
they didn't talk about, you notice they didn't touch the breakup. They didn't touch any of
Yep.
that stuff. He was like, well, we just kind of, and I'm like, why aren't they asking in deeper detail? Because you read these texts, what in heaven's name happened in these 6 months
Right.
besides him being like, I think she was trying to kill me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he went through and he'd said that to some degree where he was like, I started really thinking back over stuff and was like, I think everybody did that. I think, oh,
Yeah.
what did you think of her friends? Okay, there's two friends, the one she stole the house from, and then the supermodel that still is her friend, apparently.
Oh my God. Okay, I
Allie,
need
I
to
think her
find a
name is.
supermodel. Yes, yes, yes. Allie Staking,
Yeah.
something like that. Reach out to Allie Staking once her friend gets convicted, if she gets convicted. The
After
friend
conviction,
who
I mean,
she's
maybe.
right. I mean, honestly, after all the stuff came in, like after the state was resting their case, I was like, do they have enough? I'm not sure if they have enough, but I think His Royal Highness Mr. Shakespeare, Bloodworth,
Yeah.
his performance, and he's talking about he's gonna bring it all home for us. He's gonna have that heifer all locked up. But I was like, ooh, Allie, she followed the script. She was like, she got her walk the dog letter. She said all the things she was supposed to say. Okay, Miss Allie, we see you. Her friends to me humanized her. Cause I was like, these seem like nice, decent ladies who
Mhm.
just were like, maybe they're a little bit party girls. They like to have a good time or whatever. Nothing wrong with that. Wear a Bryce's pants. Um, I'm just like, they like to be out here doing the absolute most. But Kouri used Chelsea,
Mhm.
her supposed BFF. How do you leave your best friend homeless after
Mhm.
stealing all of her money? And it's her and her 4 children, including a newborn?
I'm talking did
Mm-mm.
her dirty.
Miss Chelsea was
Hardcore.
out here working for tips, giving dirty dollars. Were they stapled together? She should have had maybe Donna Adelson wash them for her. She was like rubbing out those little dollar bills, getting them together. Her life savings, $40,000. And Kouri was like, no, girl, I got you. The absolute gall. I think they'll convict her on the strength that she's a scumbag.
Let
Ooh,
me read this real quick. Nefertiti,
yes.
first of all, thank you. It's good seeing you again. Havis of God, I was born in a military base in Utah. Mormonism has a huge cultural influence over there from the people to the government. Is why you will find more soda pop versus coffee shops and the devil's grass or whatever. Absolutely no. Okay. Yep. That makes sense. I kind of figured that was part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your
But what if you
personal.
have I love that. Honestly, I think that's going to be a big part of it because our LDS friends are like choose the right from the time I heard that on what's that Mormon show with Bill and the wives in the cul-de-sac, Bill and Barb, Big Love. When the
Oh,
kids would go out, they would always tell the kids, choose the right. And then I saw it on the Sister Wives. Look, I know Mormon culture just because I study all different cultures, but their whole big thing is being like kind and humble. And obviously, there are people who are more, people who are less, but because the culture is that, right? I all through this trial, I'm playing Spot a Mormon the whole time. The buzzed haircut, the real like the real like innocent kind of look. They look like Donny Osmond. I'm like, there's one right there. There's one over there. Some secret LDS people, but that buzz cut gives it away for me.
I know, right? Pardon me.
Mm.
So, what was another part that I was? Let me think here. The things that I was like, oh my god, what's Kathy gonna have? Well, first of all, what did you think when they rested today?
Which side? Because
For
both
the
sides
defense,
rested today.
like what I wasn't expecting the defense to rest. I thought we were going to be in for another 3 weeks. So I was
Yes,
like,
and I was looking forward to it,
me
the way I
too.
was looking forward to it. First of all, excuse me, some of us have content to create. I need this trial to go on a little while longer. Now I got to be out here finding new trials. I'm annoyed for myself. That's number one. Number two, you could have knocked me over with a feather. Oh, they were out here talking a big game. Oh, they were talking a big game. Kouri is going to testify and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then right up to the last minute, wait, we have options. We're trying to choose which one of our ghost people we're gonna have get up there. Oh, me. We rest. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shock the world. Okay, shocked me.
It was like it was almost like it was a trick because even like in the moment they're like, hold on, we have to ask a question and blah 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 blah. And they're like, you know what? We rest. And I was like, what? You
Mm-mm.
what? Like what? Why are we doing this? Another thing too is because you know how they always do it where they're like, well, let's go talk to our client to see if they're going to testify or whatever.
Yeah,
I did a little
yeah.
poll in the room because I was like, I really don't think she's going to because she's like so
No
scared the
way.
whole time. And there hasn't been anything that really is like you have to explain it because the second she gets on the
Right.
stand, it's going to be bad. Anything that's opened
Yep.
up or whatever is not going to be
Yep.
good. And so
Yep.
I was like, you got to give it to her for not getting up there because most of the time they'll still get up there. And it's like, I
Yeah.
love that,
This
of
is the
course.
ego.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. Oh, you know what else we did, Kathy, is we watched have you watched the interview the defense did with the local news before the trial started?
Yes.
We watched that
Yes.
today. I was like,
Yes.
I can't wait to rewatch it again once the trial's over, whatever happens. Because I was like, they're
Mm-hmm.
going to the media. They're like really trying to shift a like public perception,
Well,
if you will.
if you think about it, right, initially, this was a war fought in the media by the lawyers. The state certainly, there was enough out on the docket, and YouTubers are nosy. EDB has a whole, I mean, listen, all of us have a whole playlist, but the walk the dog letter, everything was out there. We were getting sound bites and all kinds of things. And when Kouri had her first lawyers back when she used to have money, when she had Sky Lazaro and them, um, Sky Lazaro is very aggressive with the media in that Sky Lazaro is on everything. She will go to the opening of an envelope. Miss Sky is like God. She is everywhere. She's been on Surviving the Survivor. She pops up on every single thing. And she took Kouri and her family to 48 hours. And they did 2 episodes of 48 hours that if you just watch 48 hours, you would be like, why are they trying to convict this innocent Utah mom? This is heartbreaking. But then you get to know more of the story, and it's like, wait. These public defenders, I know they're private lawyers, but these public defenders were more like, we're going to sit back, we're going to be quiet, we're going to do our work. And they were getting their lunch eaten in the court of public opinion. And so then they did this, the media interview. And I was like, y'all are not good at this because Sky had it all the way together. Sky Lazaro is no joke. She is no joke. She knows how to play the media game in a way that these other lawyers do not.
And that you bring up a good point because also I think one thing that the current defense lacked is that savviness. It's almost like they
Yes,
were trying to portray savvy New Yorker lawyers or whatever,
they're
and it
not.
wasn't. It was like, yikes, this is really, really bad.
Mm-mm,
Let me ask you this because
mm-mm.
someone a second ago asked this question. For you so far, you can even if it has to be more than one, what is some of the most damning evidence that you've seen that you're just like, I can't get past this. I can't do it.
Carmen Lauber. Love her or hate her, Carmen Lauber was wildly sympathetic. Initially, I was like, she's just some narcotics enthusiast, and I don't know what this lady gonna say. And she came in, and she was humble, and she was relatively soft spoken. And then when she started talking about her life, she's been on Schmugs since she was 11. And which to me in a way, that's sort of all you need to know. This lady has not had an easy life. I don't know what was happening in her home. I can probably guess, but it was not a good situation in her home. And she's just doing the best she can. and she got herself caught up. And I was like, okay, to believe that Kouri did this, you have to believe Carmen Lauber, right? Robbie seemed like a whole scumbag, but Carmen was just like, look, I have, 4 years sober. I honestly don't know that she has a full 4 years, but okay, whatever. She's got some clean time. And in the world of sobriety, 4 years is like 4 days. You know what I mean? Like she's still figuring out her life. Um, and she's like, I'm trying, I've made mistakes. This is what I know. My memory is shredded, my brain is shredded from all this, substance abuse and clearly trauma. And then for the defense team to get up there and make fun of her for a learning disability,
So horrible.
they lost the room. They
Mhm.
lost the room, in my opinion. I was like, Carmen Lauber was a game changer for me. I don't know what I expected, but I did not expect what I got. And I was like, the way that that the defense kept trying to dirty her up and mud just slid off of her. And then they turn around and embrace Robert Crozier, who is a certified scumbag. I was like, Robert Crozier probably sold schmugs on the way into the courtroom and on the way back out. He's probably high right now while he's talking. That dude seemed like a real scumbag. And they were like, "Hey, Robbie, how you doing? How's your mom and them? Oh, you look so good today. I like your shirt. Those are some nice shoes. Oh, can I boop your nose?" They did everything but give that boy noogies. And I was like, and they're like, "Can you turn to this jury, you lying liar who lies, and tell them that you're telling the truth?" And he was like, "I'm telling the truth." And I'm like, sir, I wouldn't believe you if you told me what time it was. Like, what are we doing right now? A
Ye
mess.
Yeah, I
A
felt the
mess.
same about Carmen. I found her to be credible, and towards the end, I was saying this today where I was like, after the other stuff I've heard, and I'll bring a couple of those up after we talk about Carmen, I was like, her
Mhm.
testimony isn't even at the top of my list anymore because there's other stuff that I'm like, "Oh, I don't think the jury's gonna even need her stuff to convict," because she's like the icing
Mm.
on the cake. Because I was like, well, I'll get to that in a
Yeah.
second, but with Carmen, I believed her. I believed what
Yeah,
she
me
was
too.
saying. I was like, there's multiple things that can be true with her. Does she have motivation to wanna tell the truth? Absolutely. She doesn't
Yeah.
want to go to
Yeah.
prison. Of course not. Like, she's
Mhm.
not dumb. Do I believe that she was, "Oh my god, you used the drugs for that? That's what this was for?" Absolutely. I do not think she had anything to do with, like, she wanted to kill Eric or knew that's what the drugs were for. Did she minimize some of her stuff? Of course she did. She wasn't sure.
Absolutely.
She wasn't trying to
Yeah.
get in
Yeah, yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
Nobody wants to be the person that's like, "Oh, yeah, I sold the drugs that killed somebody." You're gonna
Mhm.
try and lie until the cops were like, "You're not gonna get charged. You didn't do this. You're not part of that conspiracy, but." And so, yeah,
Yep.
I felt like and then, like you said, when the defense was, like, shaming her for it made her cry, and then kept going, they're like,
Oh,
"Oh, so this is your learning disability. Let's keep pushing that button the rest of the time you're on the stand." I was like, "Oh,
read
honey."
this. Read this.
Yeah.
Read this.
Shaming her. It was like it
Mhm.
was a humiliation practice, and they wanted to make
Yeah.
her out to be that scumbag, and it was like, it's not this is not the defense could not take the temperature. I was like, "This is not the
Yes.
person to do this with at all."
Yeah.
Like, it just makes
Yeah.
Corey look even worse. Pardon me. Um,
A lot of people said Kouri was a bully. They said that through her lawyers, and honestly, she never said a word, but through her lawyers, a lot of people are saying they experience her like she's a bully. And it's one of
mhm,
those things where I s- I can have a slick mouth. I know it's shocking to all of you, but when I was younger, now look, this is me, 55 years old and filtered. I'm deeply, deeply filtered, right? But in my younger days, if I didn't like somebody, I would just be like, I think you're a whole scumbag, and here's why. And it would just tell you whatever. But if you and I were still going to be in the same place, I was like, do you want me to refill your coffee though? Like, no hair grew on my tongue at all. And so now I've learned to say, I'm not saying you're a scumbag. I'm saying I'm experiencing you as though you are a scumbag because I learned that it was rude to call people names. I can't tell them what they are. I can only describe my experience. And so I'm not saying that Robert Crozier is a scumbag. I'm saying I'm experiencing him as though he is a scumbag, or the way my mama would say it. My mother would say, I'm not saying she's a bee. I'm saying she has ways likened unto that of a bee. Robert Crozier has ways likened unto that of a scumbag, and Kouri has ways likened unto that of a bully. I experience her like a bully.
I think
I
that's
don't
a great
like it.
assessment.
I
Um,
don't like it. And I don't think our that the LDS community, whether they're the people are LDS or not, if they're strongly influenced, if they have that strong Mormon influence, and that's sort of like the way things roll in that part of the country, I think she has given the church a black eye, even though she's clearly not a member. She killed one of their own. And
mm,
at the end of the day, she was the outsider, right?
mhm.
She's this lady from the wrong side of the tracks who married one of their good boys, and he was out here being the world's best dad, and she's drinking and going out with his friends. And I would be willing to bet some of those people will attribute any of Eric's bad behavior to Kouri. He didn't take those gummies until Kouri got in his life. He didn't drink alcohol until Kouri got in his life. Whether it's true or not, he's dead, which makes him a saint in a lot of people's books. He's a returned missionary in Idaho, Iowa, the Mormon section. Mm-mm. She's done on the strength of the culture alone, in my opinion.
That is so I love everything you just said. What a good take on that and so accurate. Wow. I
I'm
also
just
love how
like,
you said that you're
mm-mm.
like, "I'm experiencing you as this or that." Like, well, that's such like a great emotional intelligence, like, way of viewing things of growth or whatever.
Therapy,
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
therapy.
I get it because it's just like, "Oh my god." Let me ask you about this. This is one of the things that
Yes.
is, like, in my top, like, okay, can't get past it. And first of all, let me say this. There's 2 parts to it. First of all, this is
Yeah.
alleged. This person has not been charged with a crime, so there's that. The body cam footage also with the mother in it. So, the body cam footage, I was like, "This is so bad and incriminating," and with the mother being like, "He
Yes.
took the vitamins. He took the vitamin shot," and I'm like, "I'm sorry." I feel like the mother knew exactly what was going on. I feel like she
Yes.
didn't wanna come over because she was like, "Are we getting arrested when I get there?" Like
The mother is like, "This works so good for me." When I unfortunately unalived my partner. I'm sure this like, I'm like, "Oh, this cream is really good on my skin, and you're my baby, so if this cream is good on my skin, it's gonna be good on your skin." That's how this family rolls, only with murder. She's like, allegedly murdered my partner. Anyway, but look at me. I have money. Everything is fine. I'm not really gambling that much anymore. Let me show you, not on the phone, not on text messages, talking face to face. Let me show you how to murder your partner. Baby, it's gonna be fine. You're not gonna go to jail. Ooh, uh-oh. Now I gotta put money on your books. Mm-mm.
She mama didn't
Mm-mm,
like that.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Honey buns are
Not at
expensive.
all.
Jail phone calls
Right?
expensive. It's
All
expensive
them
to be in
Zuzus,
there.
the where, all yes, the cakes and pies. Shit, but look, these people, here's the thing. Kouri, Alex Murdoch, like a lot of these people, she gonna be running a beef stick racket before you know it. She gonna have a whole cakes and pies situation. She gonna have a coffee market and ramen noodles right up there in her cell. She's like a cockroach. She gonna survive. She gonna be fine.
150%. What do
Yeah.
you think of, okay, wait, we said the mother thing and then oh, okay. Do you think well, I'll tell you my take and you tell me if you agree, disagree, whatever. I do not
Mm,
think that Corey ever planned on it getting to the point of autopsy and toxicology and that they would find these pills in his system. And that when it
right. Yep.
happened, that was you're gonna haul him off to the
Yep.
thing. And it was like, oh, well, now we have to change the story. And I guess
Yep.
to me, I'm just like, you thought that you were gonna kill a 39-year-old healthy male and he just dropped dead and they wouldn't ask questions about it. And I guess for a
From
year they
a
didn't
rich family.
from a rich
From
family.
a rich family. Let me tell you something. If this happened in a dirty 2-room apartment on the wrong side of town, we never hear about it. We never hear about it. All this extra investigation never gets done. Kouri, girl boss too close to the sun, she's out here like, my mama allegedly killed a meth head and got a whole bunch of money, and it was all just fine, and nobody investigated. They were like, "Oh, was she like she was a narcotics enthusiast anyway? She must have just used the wrong kind," and went on. Tori's whole thing was, she was clearly a little girl lost, right? She came from a bad family, she came from a bad situation, and everybody wants to marry rich. Who doesn't want to marry rich? I know plenty of nice ladies here in Bergen County who have married rich and who have never worked harder for anything in their lives. Never. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do is to marry rich. Child, pray to be equally yoked. But Kouri is like, I'm gonna get in this family. I'm gonna siphon off a little bit of the money. I'm gonna siphon off a little bit of the business contacts, and I'm gonna build my whole thing over here with my handyman boo. And that's never how that works. It just isn't. I did not marry wealthy. I married for love. Um, although now I think maybe I could have just loved a rich man. But I married who I loved, but I've seen it a million times over. Here's a key, Paul. I'm gonna put you and your whole audience up on game. Instead of marrying well, right? Become very good. If your goal is money, right? You want somebody's money and you don't want to have to marry them. You don't want to have to, do the horizontal mambo with them or all of that. It's so much easier than that. Get adult adopted. That's what you do.
Amen.
Get an
Amen.
adult adoption, because somebody can divorce you and you might get a little something in that prenup. You can't unadopt somebody. So even if you have a falling out with that person, even if that person, your new mama, disinherits you, but if your new mama comes from old money, some grandpa, some great grandpa 4 generations ago made a family tree that was like, all these grandkids are taken care of for life. If you want to be a scumbag, and I'm not saying it's scumbag behavior, it's scumbag adjacent. Don't marry for money. Marry who you love. Get
Amen.
adult adopted.
Amen. Go on, girl.
You heard it from me. You heard it from me. Also, see Chandy Heffernan. There's a whole movie about her. She got adult adopted by Doris Duke. Heifer still rich to this day.
Oh, by Doris Duke? Oh, yeah. Please. That's generational wealth right there. That's going down multiple generations.
I saw the movies, how I know about it. She was like a yoga instructor. And she convinced Doris Duke that she was the reincarnation of Doris Duke's dead daughter.
Oh, I remember that now.
Spooky nonsense. She was just like, I am the reincarnation of your child. And Miss Duke was like, oh, I love you so much. I'm going to adopt you. Adopted her yoga instructor when the yoga instructor was like in her 30s or 40s. They had a falling out.
Oh, they did.
Right? They had a falling out. And so the butler was trying to get the money and the adopted daughter was trying to get the money. So Miss Duke in her final days wrote the daughter out of the will and gave the butler some money. Okay, butler. He was playing a short game. That Chandy Heffernan was playing a long game. Miss Chandy was like, okay, but when Miss Doris Duke died, the grandpa and the great grandpa and the other great grandpa were like, oh yeah, well, the money goes down the family line. And since she was still in the family line, she still got that money. She didn't just get a loan. The butler got some money. That Chandy Heffernan, she got money. She got that big money, long money. Get adult adopted.
Amen. Let's go. I'm going out after this. I'm going to start putting out applications. I'm going to start going on the internet.
Yeah.
Looking for adult. What is that? What was that? Craigslist or whatever used to be out. I'm looking for situations.
We don't want to go on. You don't want to go on Craigslist. You're going to get a whole other thing. You're going to get way
killed.
more than you bargained for.
Now, what did you think?
Way more.
I know, right? The person who did that super chat, I think one of your moderators, and they asked a question about, and this is another thing I want to talk about. What did you think about when the defense was basically trying to talk about Eric and Bryce were doing a little something on the side? I was like, how have we arrived here? Do you feel like Kouri was behind the thing? I think that Eric was having an affair with him. Say that he was gay. I feel like that's where that was coming from.
For sure. First of all, I did not read the question, but I did see that it was Purple Irish Sweater. Welcome back, Purple Irish Sweater. She was on a little bit of a hiatus. I'm so thrilled to see her. That was Shady Boots. Shady Boots. That was Kouri and possibly her lawyers trying to play the culture game and losing badly. Because if they had had evidence of, oh, these two dudes are having an affair, okay, that's one thing. It might have caused, people to look askance and what they get out their good clutching pearls, right? Once it was revealed that it was just two dudes being stupid, I think it made them look so much worse because now they're muddying up the victim and his pantsless friend, the dead
completely.
guy, the angel.
Pardon me.
And also, since when is it an insult to be gay? Also, I live in the godless Northeast, so maybe I don't live in periodically I'm like, oh, we in real America. Look, they got guns, they got truck nuts. Like that's how you know you in real America. All the food is fried. So maybe over there in real America, that's an insult. But over here in the godless Northeast, honey, it's not an insult to be gay. It's not a problem. What are we talking about? Even if they were, the sin would be that he's cheating on his wife, not that he's gay, but them being like, "Oh, he might be a homosexual." They had like oochie coochie jokes among each other. Ooh,
Well, one thing
it
that
was not a
happened.
Brokeback Mountain.
I know, right? They were trying to have a Brokeback Mountain story. One thing that I found with that part that I thought felt like the defense really exposed themselves, and like in our live chats when we were watching, I was like, "Look, I don't like when the state or the defense does this, where they cherry pick a statement or a sentence or whatever." But when she
Yeah.
had that, whoever was on the stand, the detective, and she was like, "Didn't it say they had an open relationship?" And whoever, oh no, the private investigator,
Private Eye.
and he
I
was
loved
like, "Well,
him.
the whole sentence says this," and he read it, and it was like the context. He's like, "It's a joke. Like this is how dudes
Yes.
joke with like locker room, whatever."
Yes.
And
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know how many men are on the thing, but I'm sure any dude when they heard that was like, "Yeah, this is like how dudes like mess around with each other. Like this is like, are we serious?" But they
Oh
tried to
my
make it that
God.
gotcha moment, and again, I'm just
Over and
like,
over.
over and over, it just didn't make sense. Let's talk about the private investigator. I I was like, I love this man. This guy is so
He
funny
won
and
the internet.
oh,
He won the internet. Oh my God.
100%. 100%.
He's amazing. He has no time for nobody's mess. He's not used to being told what to do. He won't be told what to do.
Mm-mm.
He's like, look, this family hired me, and I told them, I don't care if you get your little feelings hurt. Whatever I find is whatever I find, and you're gonna have to deal with it. And I was like, I appreciate his frankness. I appreciate that he was direct. He told the family what for, and he showed up, and he was just like, okay, this is what it is. And y'all can love it or you cannot love it. But he did such good work. Such good work.
Oh, yeah.
I
And so
disagree with your
yeah.
characterization. Ooh, of what? Tell me
That's
everything.
that's
Disagree
what
with me.
that's what the PI kept saying. I disagree with your
Oh, yes,
characterization.
yes, 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 yes.
He would
He
call
was
them
so
out with that.
polite. Mhm.
Yeah,
He
very.
read them for absolute filth with his pinkies out. He was just like, "Oh, no, you've got this wrong." He's used to being on the stand.
And
That's
when
his
he put
happy
that thing,
place.
oh yeah, he was so comfortable up there. And when he
Oh
put his
god,
little neck
yes.
brace on where he was like, "I'm having a hard time up here," and he was shaking his
Right.
ponytail.
I
He was like,
love that
"Honey, we
guy.
can do this all day long." He was like, he was wa
He's like, I'm not even on pain meds. All I took was a Tylenol because I knew I
Mhm.
was coming here today. And when they were asking him, they were like, look at your videos and look at this and this and this. And he would just get this little smile on his face. And he was just like, yeah, I did that. Yes, yes. I put a GPS tracker on their cars. Yes, I did.
It's like, "I did a couple actually." Well, when she's like, "You didn't take a laptop out of the thing," and then he looked at it, he's like, "That's my laptop. I was using it to do this." I was like, "This is what I'm talking about." Like, if I was a defense, I
Oh
would have
my
been like this.
God.
I wouldn't even play that off. Would have been like, "What do you see in this video?" And he would have been like, "That's me taking my laptop out." "Okay, thank you." To get the question answered. You know what I mean? But they would try and make it like, "We're gonna get him with
Yes.
this one. We're gonna impeach him." I was just like,
He
I've never seen someone
spanked.
impeach. Oh, yeah.
He
Oh, yeah.
spanked the defense. It was amazing. He might have been my favorite witness. Between Carmen and the little boo thing, what was his name? Grossman.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Grossman. Josh Grossman was like tugging at my heartstrings, but also I was like, what this shady Mama Luke up to? Harmon was like, oh, poor thing. But that PI, he can have his own show. I want some reality TV cameras to just follow him around while he does his job. That man loves his job. He was so happy to be there. And he's like, this is not even my case. My case is the civil case. This is what I need to understand. What happens, like, if Kouri gets convicted, right? What happens to the civil case? Does it go away? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know that too. If any lawyers are in the chat and know, because I would be curious too. Somebody else asked this today. They're like, "What if she's found not guilty and everything? Does she get the kids back? Does she get the house?" But the house, I believe, and the money isn't a trust. Like she wouldn't get that at this
Yeah.
point. But it's like, would her
Yeah.
kids just go back to her, or would the court step in and say, "Well, we need to make sure A, B, and C first"? Like, how does all that work?
I suspect now, listen, I'm a gossip on the internet. I am certainly not a lawyer. I suspect that the Richins family would fight her for those children. And they got money. And Kouri has a nice smile, assuming she gets enough Crest White strips. That's all she has. She has no cash. Now she's like, oh, I'm going to write a book, miss. I can't string together a sentence. Oh, okay. Nope. The civil case goes forward. She'll be leveled by the civil case, but also she could do time based on the civil case. So she may end up locked up in jail either way. Oh, well, no, civil, you don't go to jail. You just lose your money, right? Yeah, no
I
jail
think
for civil.
anything she did, she would be paying out for, and she probably still will be anyways if she gets convicted. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff like that with her. And what was another dynamic of okay, let's talk about real quick. I'm just jumping around because there's like I've wanted to talk to you about everything. Let's talk
No
about the
problem.
911 phone call because when that came in, like you had that, and then we saw the body cam footage. Like we were really able to live through this trial through all the like the text messages, the affair, the 911
Yep.
call, the body cam.
Yep.
So the 911 call, I was listening to it and I was like, she is so hard trying to portray, like, in my opinion, obviously, like, "I'm a victim, my poor husband." She
Yep.
knew that man was dead. She didn't wanna touch his
Yep.
body. She knew he had
Yep.
been dead for a while. I think she probably
Mm-hmm.
watched him die and then set the scene up. Yeah, Justice says she was giving, JP Miller. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
100%. But here's the thing that I don't understand, right? If you die from a fentanyl overdose and he had 5 times lethal whatever levels, um, that can't be quiet. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Can some nurses or whoever let us know? Because if you get this massive dose of this illicit narcotic in your body, do you just like lay there and humbly close your eyes and drift off? I get the feeling that in my mind, it's loud, it's ugly, it's gurgling, it's seizures, it's
mhm.
all kinds of stuff like that. But I don't know. Like I don't know. Wait, let me ask Chat GPT. Because I asked Chat GPT everything. But if you have 5 times the lethal dose of anything, like 5 times the least lethal dose of Tylenol, I can't imagine that it's like pretty and it's quiet. It just doesn't make sense to me.
A lot of people are saying you fall asleep. In my mind, I'm like you, Kathy. I'm
Oh,
envisioning throwing up. I'm envisioning gurgling. I'm envisioning choking. Everybody's saying it's
yeah,
quiet. He might
it's
have
quiet.
thrashed. She mixed it with
Oh,
Seroquel, lights
wow.
out.
Oh, so she made him sleep. The
Hey,
Seroquel
Kouri.
would have made him sleepy. And then the meds would it's basically like what they do with the unalive penalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so and with mixed with alcohol
Oh.
because also from what I understand, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, there is so much fentanyl in there that alcohol didn't even have time to absorb into a system. So in my
Yeah.
opinion, like it was almost like oh, I think he died like very quickly, or like he was immediately like boom out
Oh.
and started shutting down.
Oh,
So
wow.
But yeah, I envision it being loud, but I guess a lot of people are just saying it would be quiet. So this is what I think they did. This is how I see it playing out, and you tell me what you think. So
Mm,
whatever's taking place, whatever they do, whatever. He is in bed. She brings him a drink in bed. It's like that's how he was already
yeah,
there.
yeah,
He
yeah.
takes the drink. He probably almost immediately started doing what he was doing. She is
Mhm,
kind of watching to see like, okay, yeah, he's lights out, he's this. She gets her little pillow, she goes in the kids' room. It maybe she could go to sleep, I don't know, but whatever it was she did, she hangs out in there to create the alibi. At a certain point in
mhm,
time, she's like, okay, this we gotta do our little bun. We got our little
mhm,
jammies on. It's showtime.
mhm,
She goes in.
mhm,
He's clearly dead. She kind of
mhm.
sets things up, gets everything, gets in character, and
Right,
then calls and starts her story of like, okay, so that's where I woke up at this time, and they could still prove, well, why'd you wait this long to
right, right, right.
call
But she opened and
911?
closed the phone a bunch of times, right? And so I think she was like, I don't know, maybe she was checking the time or whatever. They're trying to say that was Eric checking her phone, but she got up and before she called 911, it was 15 minutes. She's walking around the house. I think she emptied the trash, like, because they were like, why are the trash cans empty? And she's like, oh, the cleaning woman did that. I live in a house with other people. And my cleaning lady was here yesterday and all my trash cans are full. Not full, but they have something in them, right? There's a tissue, there's an empty package from something. Like if you live with other people, things are just gonna get mucked up. That's the way it works, and they live with little kids.
Mhm.
My sister-in-law clocking her cute PJs. Oh, the sister-in-law clocking honey, my favorite was that the sister-in-law, the police officer rolled up to the scene. The sister-in-law was like, "Psst, she killed him. Listen, come on in here. We're gonna show you around the house." This cop could not
Immediately,
get out of
immediately.
her car. Could not. She's like, "Hi, hi, hi. This is my brother's house. Are you in charge?" She killed him. She's been trying to kill him for a long time. I have notes. I'm taking over the will. I'm in charge of everything. Also, please come on in. We'll show you the scene. She did it. I love that
100%.
sister-in-law. Katie,
Oh, yeah, she's amazing. She was a great
she's
witness.
amazing.
She also, when she
Amazing.
came in, pardon me, she was like, she showed more concern about the kids. Immediately was coming in, "Where are my babies? Where are the kids? They're down here. Let's get them upstairs. Let's do this." Kouri acted like she didn't even have kids the whole time. It was just like this weird disconnect, and we know from the 911 phone call that the kids came in the room and saw the trauma going
Yes.
on. So it's like
Yes.
from the
Yes.
very get-go, they knew this was happening. And she's like, "Oh, they're in
Right.
the room, they're awake with their ears to the door, but I don't wanna talk to them." And the mother was like, "I told them to go to sleep. It was 4 in the morning." And I'm like, "Their dad just got wheeled out of the house on a stretcher, and you're telling them to go to sleep? Huh?"
Those poor
Like
children. I had Dr. Patricia this comment is fascinating to me that they're just like zombies and then they're silently gone because I guess there's so much going on inside the body. There's no time to like speak or whatever. I'm scared to look up Kensington zombies.
Oh, have
I
you
don't
ever
wanna
seen
have
those TikToks of
nightmares.
that? it's
No,
scary. It's like or
no.
the fentanyl fold where people are just frozen. That's why it's like, yeah, it's scary. It's so sad, it'll hurt your heart. It's just like, "Oh my god, my heart aches for him." It seems just like such a
Oh,
troubled place to be. That's why I was like, the amount that he had in him, I'm like, "This is a horrible way to go." But maybe he just passed out and never knew any like, he took a sip of the drink and it was painless and he just was that was
off
it.
to the endless heaven buffet. I would imagine, right? If you have a bunch of pills crushed up, that probably doesn't taste good. So it makes sense to me that it would have been in the lemon drop shot, and not the Moscow Mule. That's just that's just what I decided based on absolutely nothing. But I had to recently take a pill and um I needed to take half of the dose of medicine and it was a capsule. So I opened up the capsule and I poured it out and then I was just like, "Oh, I'll just mix this in a little water." It was gabapentin. I was like, "I'll mix this in a little water and take it." This time it was like tiny, tiny little bit. It was so I was like, it was so nasty. So I'm like, if she's over here grinding pills, you have to taste that, right? Oh, the spicy ginger beer would cover it. Okay, but also if she gave it to him with Seroquel, I don't know, but I'm suspecting the lemon drop shot more than the Moscow Mule. That's just me. Because lemon is strong too, like that strong puckery. I've
Mhm.
never had a lemon drop shot, so I don't even know what they taste like. But I'm thinking if you do a shot of something, number one, that's a large dose all at once. And it's if it's very lemony without as so much sugar, the bitterness might cover the bitterness of medication. Who knows? I mean, she was out here trying to kill people, talking about, oh, give me that Michael Jackson stuff. Man, Michael
Right.
Jackson is dead. I'm gonna need you to choose somebody else.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no, 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 no. She was very intentional about ushering him off to the endless heaven buffet. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. Hey, Nancy Galvani, I see you.
Yeah, it was it'd get like kind of like just overviewing the whole trial, and we haven't even gotten to the closing statements and whatnot. I think
Oh
that
my
next
God.
week is going to be action packed.
It's gonna be
You know,
so good.
one of the things that hit me with this is it was like because we knew there was salacious stuff leading up to it because it's gone on for years, and it was like we had the Walt the
Yeah.
dog letter. She wrote the book, like what's up with all this crazy stuff. But as it started coming out, like from day one, and more evidence came out, I was like, I had no idea half this stuff went on behind the scenes. It was like, whoa. It to me, I was explaining it like this. I was like, back in the day when the stories would come on, but there was no like TV like we have now. So it was like you had to watch General Hospital,
Yes.
and that was it.
Yes, with
I
your
was like,
grandma.
yes, this was like the closest to that kind of drama of like, well, let's get in front of the TV tomorrow at 3. Let's see what's gonna
Yes.
happen. It's just every bit. Now there were some dry parts to it, of
100%.
course, but for the most part,
Mhm.
every bit of it, you were just glued. Like, what's gonna happen next? What will the defense do? What would they say? I mean, every bit
This
of it.
trial delivered. Delivered. This trial had everything. Oh, the way I was living for it. And then halfway through the trial, Court TV gets sold. And I was like, wait. What is going to happen? I broke out. And then I was like, wait, Court TV was bought by Law and Crime. I like Law and Crime better anyway because Court TV has too many commercials and they're still trying to do the old thing with like legacy media. No, Court TV, come on over and join us here on YouTube and we're going to all live our best lives together. What's going to happen to Benny Politan? Who gets Benny in the divorce,
I
the
know.
marriage,
I
whatever?
know. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, how's it gonna go today? Like, what's gonna happen? Is it gonna still be on? What's gonna take place? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah. And also, where is Dan Abrams? Because Dan Abrams founded Law and Crime. He used to be over on, well, I think all the news stations, ABC, NBC, CBS, whatever. I used to see him walking down the street in New York City all the
Really?
time. And then I would see him on in Times Square is where whatever channel George Stephanopoulos is on. I don't know because I don't watch
Mhm.
regular TV anymore. But there's a big studio in Times Square where they do like it's not the Today Show, it's the other one. Um, but the channel where that cute little George Stephanopoulos, oh, he's so pocket-sized, I love him so much. But Dan Abrams was on that show, and I would be walking through Times Square, and I would see him on the big TV screens, like, up above whatever that I think it's ABC. I would see him up above on the screens on ABC, and I would just be like, "Oh, this must be a true crime story." They have Dan Abrams on because he was, like, the correspondent or whatever. And then I saw him on the YouTube. I was like, "Oh, okay, Dan Abrams with all your gray hair, I see you." And he founded Law and Crime. And then he sold look, I'm all up in his business. He sold Law and Crime for $125 million. And I was like, was it cash? Was it equity? He had a big liquidation event. He might want to be my side piece, although I don't believe in marrying for money. But he can adult adopt me. I could be his new daughter. He needs a black daughter, as far as I'm concerned. Um, but now he sold Law and Crime to Jelly Smack, I think it is. I love the business side of everything. And now Jelly Smack, who has a large digital footprint and is really dominating in true crime on all like the on YouTube and on all the socials, they have a huge Jelly Smack has a huge footprint as it relates to all of that stuff. But Court TV has all those old trials from all the legacy media stuff. So now the two have come together.
Mm.
Court TV was clearly fighting for its life with them 400 million commercials. I was like, could you please with the commercials? So I need to know what's going to happen to Judge Ashley. I need to know who gets custody of Vinnie Politan, that little courtroom producer that they used to have in there all the time, the little Asian lady whose name escapes me. What's going to happen to her? All the people, all the behind the scenes people. So, would you name your company Jelly Smack? No, I would name my company Gossip Industries, but that's just me. The GRI network. I'm building it right now. I'm working on it. Who wants to be part of the GRI network? I have a logo and everything. I mostly just have a logo, but I'm working on it. Build my gossip
You're doing
empire.
a good job. Yeah, there you go, your gossip empire. So let's do this. Let's round it out. Where it's starting to get to be puppy bedtime over here.
It's starting to get Kathy bedtime. Go ahead.
I know you're right. Too. I'm really Bryce's pants is in the room, located and present.
Hilarious. Oh my God.
People have talked about that so much when he is just like, I take my pants off and everything. I was like, I'm getting just eternal frat bro from this dude who's just like, you know, yeah, he throws a fruit in his back and he's in his boxer shorts. And, you know, I was just like,
everybody knows that dude. Yeah. Paul Murdoch was going to be that dude. Yeah, for sure.
Like Paul, 100%. A grown up, more mature version of Paul Murdoch, right? Maybe more mature.
Yes. Maybe not that much more mature.
I know, right? So we're gonna meet up, everybody, and Kathy's gonna come to a pre-recorded to go into my main channel. So we'll do that over the weekend. So we'll kind of take some of these talking points and do like another session. I'll put that on the main channel. It'll be out next week sometime. And then again, for those who are kind of like loosely following whatever, the trial picks back up Monday at our time. What is it? 10:30 in the morning Eastern time.
I don't know.
They'll do the jury instructions, closing arguments, all the stuff or whatever, and we'll just see how long it takes them to come back with a verdict. Could be a day, could be 2 days. We don't know.
On the strength of the culture, I think she's done for. The evidence, but she killed one of their good boys.
Yeah.
They're not having that. Yeah. They're not having that. Yeah. I want to give those Richins sisters a hug. I just want to give them a hug, and I kind of want to throat punch Lisa Dart and Kouri, but I don't. I am a gentle flower. I believe in peace and love, and not publicly throat punching people. So there's that.
Amen. Do you have any videos that you're doing or coming out that you want to say before we go for the Sofa Squad people that don't already follow you? Links in the description.
I don't plan well enough in advance to do any pre-records. Honest to God, I get up every morning. Look, this is my process. I'm going to tell you my secret process for how I create content every morning. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning with my canine overlord begging me to feed her because she's clearly dying. She's an overweight Yorkie poo. I feed the dogs, and then I watch Gigi from Pretty Lies and Alibis. She's been doing these like a summary of what happened during the course of the day. I watch Gigi's video twice. I watch the morning one while I'm still upstairs taking my thyroid pill and brushing my teeth. And then I come downstairs, and then I watch part 2 because she does the morning and then the afternoon. And then after I watch that through and feed the dogs, then I listen to Gigi's video again, her summary videos, and I make my notes. My notes are always just bullet points. And then I just talk. I never know what's going to come out of my mouth before it comes out of my mouth. Half the things I say, these little like catchphrases and whatever, I had no idea I was going to say them 1 second before I said them. And most of it is stuff that my parents would say when I was growing up. My mama was always talking about somebody going to hell with gasoline draws on. If a woman was loose, my daddy would say she was giving it up out of both draw legs. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's stuff I've heard my whole life. And it's weird to me that other people never heard these things because I've been hearing these things my whole life.
It makes you very entertaining.
Yeah. An Indiana girl in Jersey with nonsense and flapping lips. I'm always just like, girl. The conversations I have with my iPhone are the conversations that I have with my friends. If I'm talking to Tanika of 2 Cents fame, this is the same conversation we have. And I'm like, did you see it, girl? Oh my God. And for the longest time, people would say, you're so funny. And I was like, I would literally have no idea what they were talking about. Like, just no idea. So I'm like, okay, you ought to see me in a business meeting. It's
I'm
a
sure
mess.
it's I bet it's a wonderful thing. I bet it's a wonderful thing.
But look, I put on that corporate drag and I'm like, yes, the third quarter reports, blah, blah, blah. Although I did once say in a business meeting, they were like, well, why does Mr. Smith need the money? And I said, hooker and blow is not going to buy itself. And then I was like, Kathy, say less in this corporate setting.
I love it. I love it. Well, I love it when you come hang out on the sofa with me and Dish and talk. It's so much fun having you over here. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Every morning when I'm in the shower, I'm dancing to Slow Morrison's Ode to the Sofa and You.
Yay.
Although it's weird to hear it at the speed it's supposed to be played at, because I play everything on 2x. So I was like, why is this song so slow?
I know.
Oh, right.
I know. I'm the
It's
same
at normal
way.
speed.
Yeah, I'm the same
Yeah.
way. Like I listen to myself when I rewatch stuff before I post it, like fast or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I talk so slow. Like I can't. I like YouTube on like 1.25 at minimum, to just be
Yeah.
to go through it or whatever and just like
Everything.
get through.
Absolutely everything is on 2x. Even when I play my own videos back, they seem too slow. Although now that I'm using a tool instead of me just manually making clips, I have not watched one of my own videos back in months. I don't watch them. I just put them up and people quote me in the like in the comments, they'll quote me. I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm like, oh, who said that? No,
Like that's really smart sounding. I wonder who said that. Oh, me.
Also, I don't think my videos are funny. Like I never think they're funny. But then I'll listen, like read a comment and I'm like, oh, that's funny. Who said that? They're like, I'm like, wait, it has quote marks. I said that?
It's funny because I think
in the 60s. I don't know.
well, it's like sometimes like I'll do a video and I think I'm being like really somber and serious. People are like, I needed this laugh today. I'm like, what do you think? This is like really serious. Like it's like I think like you're like me in many ways. It's like the way you deliver something is like just how you do it. But it's like this comedic, like this natural comedic timing, or like I don't know how you say it, but it's just entertaining. It's not disrespectful. It's just like how you tell the story. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, cool,
me and my husband together, a mess. He thinks I'm hilarious. I think he's hilarious. And I'm like, I don't know what I said. And he's like, I don't know what I said. Let me tell you this story real quick because I gotta go. But my father-in-law had this cat named Missy. I've probably told this story a million times. My father-in-law had this cat named Missy that he found, right? He found it at work. And so he brings this cat home and he's taking care of the cat, and the cat has kittens. And he's like, oh, wow, okay, the cat has kittens. Got to get rid of all these kittens. And then, like, a little time goes by, the cat has another set of kittens. And then later, the cat has still more kittens. Every time we saw this cat, it had kittens. And I was just like, why don't you get the cat fixed? Like, this is ridiculous. This little, like, street cat in the Bronx is running around. And my husband was just like, what is my father supposed to do? The cat is a hoe. The cat, a cat can't be a hoe. And he's just like, no. I mean, what were we supposed to do? The cat she just kept going out and getting herself pregnant. Like, you act like it's my father's fault. And so later I said something about Missy, this cat, to my sister-in-law, Missy, and my sister-in-law's like, oh yeah, Missy was a hoe. That whole family is crazy. I was like, y'all should have spayed or neutered the cat. And they were just like, I mean, she was eventually she ran away, aka probably got hit by a truck in the Bronx. that truck spayed or neutered her more than the family did. They were like, I don't know, Missy was a hoe. Anytime Missy been dead for years. Missy been dead for 20 years. Anytime you mention Missy, we miss Missy. Man, she was a hoe. He doesn't even think that's funny. He's just like, it's just facts. The cat was a hoe.
It is what it is. Well, thank you
Pure
for
jam.
coming and
Justice
hanging
for
out.
Missy.
I know, justice. I love that. Thank you for coming and hanging out and bringing smiles to my face and everybody's and laughing and joking and doing all the things you do. Kathy, for Sofa Squad people, if you do not know Kathy, now you do. And her link's in the description. Be sure to sub to her. She is a regular here. She'll be on the main channel next week
Love it here.
sometime.
Love it, love it.
And definitely we have to get together for a live chat after the verdict comes in at some point and dish hard. Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Must. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you for being here again. Thank you so much. And we'll close out with Slow Morrison's song, y'all. And I will see y'all on the flip side of everything. Everybody have a good evening. Thanks again, Kathy.
Good night, friends. Bye.
The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough. Join the family. It's all love while we laugh at first criminalities. Hey, welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.